I got no ticket for the subway. I guess I have to take a walk if I wanna get home. It's hard to get a cab on Friday. So I was wondering if I could stay together with you tonight. It would be cool if I could share a little spot on your couch. Am I a fool if I think that you and I could feel okay with me calling it out? Oh baby, please let me stay. 'Cause you and I got a thing going on. I just need time and it won't take too long. Could you see through me anyway? And you get why I wanna stay. 'Cause you and I got a thing going on. We just need time and it won't take too long. Could you see through me anyway? We just need time. Your dog ate my shoelace. And don't you wanna watch Pretty Woman till the end? I owe some money to my roommate and I'm broke, so I was wondering if I could stay together with you tonight. It would be cool if I could share a little spot on your couch. Am I a fool if I think that you and I could feel okay with me calling it out? Oh baby, please let me stay. 'Cause you and I got a thing going on. I just need time and it won't take too long. Could you see through me anyway? And you get why I wanna stay. 'Cause you and I got a thing going on. We just need time and it won't take too long. Could you see through me anyway? We just need time. Oh baby, please let me stay.
Hey people, what's up? Welcome. Still doing behind the scenes stuff. There is something going on with Andrew Ditch, right? His comments are off, and he was recently institutionalized. I didn't know about this. Also, happy belated birthday to Andrew Ditch. I believe DLF's birthday was on May the 13th. Andrew Ditch on June the 7th, or was on June the 7th. So happy belated birthday to you, Andrew. Maybe you could see your pal Andrew Ditch. I mean, Andrew Ditch could see his pal DLF somewhere, someplace. I don't know. Maybe. Who truly knows? Well, let me tell everybody I am live right now. I gotta do that. Welcome everybody. Thanks for being here. Not sure how long this is gonna be. I'm not sure if Dragon Lord Frodo is gonna want to be coming up in here. Who knows? Is going on with Andrew Ditch. Okay, so let me do it this way. Let me tell everybody I am live on this channel as well. Oh boy, I keep having to change the watch query v equals to even get this video. Okay, here we go. Done and done. Now let's get into watching some Andrew Ditch. So a channel, shout outs to Baby Andy Diapered Deviant for actually giving me this video to take a look at. Let's watch part 1 of 2. And before that, we're gonna take a look. We're gonna say hello to everybody. So let me do this, let me do this, and let me do that. Welcome everybody. Nolabu, thanks for being here. Random Fish, how are you doing? DLF is a Taurus, I guess so. Does it make sense? This song with the line "Don't you want to watch Pretty Woman" to the end reminds me. Oh, watching it on TV, and you waited for a throwaway season. There are none so well edited. Yeah, some series are like that, right? Where they don't give you the break as you usually want. Hey, I can't blame them. Anyways, let's get started, people. Andrew Ditch, let's go. Let's see what's happening. Maybe DLF will want to come up. Who knows? It's a Sunday, right? Can't believe it's the 9th of June already. Incredible how time flies, and it's already a Sunday. I was catching up on Chef's mukbang last night, and you all watch the same other people I do. Storm Monroe also like Daily Docs and Tisa Tells. Oh, nice.
Update, my aide is help to do toilet routine. And help me with my diapers and hygiene. Also she helped me with my routine board. They look out for my safety. Definitely not as bad as people say it is. The best thing is I have help here. I have no emotional issues. They explain things very well for me to run easily. I am here because the long wait for a group home. It's in my best interest because I run away so I don't they have the doors locked. The best thing is I don't have anxiety. No
Mhm.
sensory issues like in hospital. The best part is my nurse helped me with my board you see. This is awesome my friends. I want to keep doing this because it makes me so happy.
All right.
I'm trying to remain calm as much as
What
possible,
is
not
that
allow
on the
them the
floor?
emotional response that
No, stop it. What is that on? Are those are needles, are they? What do you guys think is on the floor right there? And he has bedding and pads on the floor as well. Are those diapers? He just throws them down on the floor.
I'm trying to remain calm as much as possible, not allow them the emotional response that they're trying to look for. They're trying to ignore
Yeah. Andrew has been putting comments on his own YouTube videos, on other people's YouTube videos. So what he does, he goes around and he does the rounds where he'll answer people's questions, or if you got something that he feels is wrong in your YouTube video, just like how we saw in his react to Hillbilly Belinda's video, he will try and correct you as best as possible. So for the most part, he is truthful in a lot of ways, and in some ways he's not. But you gotta take from that what you will, and figure out exactly what is reality versus what is fiction. All right, let's rewind and see.
I'm trying to remain calm as much as possible, not allow them the emotional response that they're trying to look for. They're trying to ignore me instead of work things out with me, and I don't want to be here. They kept on closing the door on me, so YouTube knows. The nurse pushed me. I hurt my back because of that, and
Mhm.
I'm waiting for the police to show up for my police report. They're not allowed to keep me here because I made a complaint with the New York Justice Center. This is a medical rehab, and they're not allowed to just not allow me leave. I made a complaint with the Justice Center, and they're actually investigating it and forwarding it to the Department of Health. They're misdiagnosing me, and if you hear, they're laughing because you didn't get your way type bullshit. We're going to play baby games here, and I'm going to just have reports on it. And I'm sorry, but this is bullshit. I don't feel safe here. I want to be transferred to a different facility now. And I'll keep my teddy bear and shit in the garbage because they say I don't have autism. You only can keep my diapers. I ain't wearing them.
You did he just say he's gonna keep his teddy bear in the garbage? So what I'm understanding, he's in a facility. The nurses, probably under the orders of the doctor as well as their own competence, is saying that he shouldn't be leaving the facility, right? Because I see a lot of sides to this issue. Excuse me, I still have a cold. One, why the hell is Andrew Ditch always allowed to like run away? Like this man has not only gone into other cities but into other states. and then multitude of times it's on the taxpayers' dollars to get him back into North Tonawanda. North Tonawanda, that is Niagara County, because the river is the border between Erie County and Niagara. If I'm that familiar with Buffalo, and I'm pretty sure I am. But there's so much to this. Is like his brother Joe and his dad, for some reason, in many ways and not, keeps allowing him to escape and go places where, with him, I'm not truly convinced he doesn't have the mental capacity on both ways to really take care of himself. I'm not really sure. But at the end of the day, he keeps escaping to all these different places, getting into trouble, and then the taxpayer has to deal with it. And here, this is one of these cases as well. He's not getting the proper diagnosis, or should I rather say, he's not getting the diagnosis that he wants. So therefore, he throws a fit, and he knows exactly who to call. There are Andrew's comments on his own YouTube channel. Yes, he does do that. He'll interact with you. He'll type things in other people's chats. I'm actually surprised he's not here right now. Typically, he would be here listening and talking about certain things. Like, he's been in my chat a few times, probably because maybe I didn't tag him. Maybe that's the reason why.
Be transferred to a different facility now. And I'll keep my teddy bear and shit in the garbage because they say I don't have autism. And they can keep my diapers. I ain't wearing them. Hey, this actually sucks. If I pull a fire alarm, that's a crime. I'm scared of them here now. You guys were right about this place. Every single one of you guys were actually right about this fucking quacked place. We need to be on the same page, not work against each other. They're working against. Wanting to work against me.
Facts, Fish.
They wanted to say that ACMC records are right. I guess I don't have back issues. I don't have any shoulder issues, according to these idiots. I don't have any communication challenges. I'm good. And also, guys, if they put me in a diaper, I will complain about that because I don't want to be in diapers. I want them to help me with my toilet routine because I don't want them to wash me or baby me. I'm an adult. They shouldn't do that to me. And it's my choice to have a toilet routine. And if I wet my bed and have skin rashes, it would be mistreatment of a patient. Please, the ticking is bothering my ears, and I would like to speak with Ashley. But you say I don't have autism.
Which
I would like to
ticking?
please be discharged.
Is it the clock that's ticking? Because I know they definitely did pad up his bed in case he pees on it. You see the pads from like a couple minutes ago.
Can I be discharged? As I have a right to be discharged, you can't hold me here. So YouTube knows that I'm being mistreated because I have autism. So I'm being mistreated because I have autism, you're saying. I would like to please be discharged. And you're mistreating me because I have autism spectrum disorder and I have the communication challenges, and you're using that against me to say that I don't have autism. Can I please be discharged? Because you cannot hold me here. So YouTube knows that they're denying me my discharge and denying me my right to choose because they say I have a personality disorder, and if they put me a diaper on me, I will file sexual harassment charges because I have autism, which is why I wear diapers.
So wait a second. So you don't want a diaper on you, but you do want a diaper on you. But is the problem that they're putting the diapers on you, Andrew? But isn't that a form of care? They're putting the diapers on you properly, and they're looking at the wounds in and around your scrotal area and your inner thighs to make sure that you're not going to get any infections, because we've seen his skin. His skin is tattered based on his poor, how could I put it, poor hygiene and practices of his use of diapers, where they shit literally in his ass. And then if you let all that moisture and everything accumulate, then you're going to have profound problems. Yeah, he's 100% a problem. Like, these nurses don't even want to engage right now, which in certain ways can be the best thing, because if you engage, you're gonna reinforce the behavior, right? And then he might get worse. Like, it's such a fine line to walk in between on which patients to engage in, which patients to not engage in.
and I'm not allowed to leave because they're saying that I can't because I don't have capacity. Well, if I have a personality disorder, well, then I have capacity.
No,
But
you
they
don't.
don't want to accept
Capacity is different.
the records for my neurology report. And if I didn't take my mementidine, it could have been a lot worse because I don't understand things. And guess what? I'm going to refuse my mementidine. I'm going to refuse everything as they say I don't need it. I ripped up my diapers and threw out my sensory stuff because they said I don't need it. So I'm going to have this on tape, and I'm going to get my shoes on.
Stop always
And
ripping up diapers.
I'm
Like,
gonna go
stop.
running away because they think I don't have any rights, and I have it
Diapers are
on tape.
expensive.
They say I don't have autism, so let's try it. They're discriminating against me because of they don't want to accept my diagnosis and needs. So everybody knows
I
that
wish.
if you're working for ECMC or a friend of ECMC or medical staff from ECMC, you would be likely looked into because they're now looking into that shit. Just like the law enforcement has been filed against the Attorney General that is failing, this facility says I have personality disorders, and I do not. Dr. Yates, let's talk about him because I made the complaint about him. He's my medical doctor. He's discriminating against me because of my communication differences. He said, you don't need to see genetics. You don't need to see urology. You don't have a continent issue. You don't have endocrine issues. And that's why he's not allowing me to get my blood work done for my endocrinologist. And when I was on the phone with my endocrinologist, my nurse pushed me. And apparently,
Oh.
I have a witness. You don't push a
Who?
patient with a developmental disability and a back injury. You don't mistreat them because you get to bully them because you get to be what you want to be instead of evaluating me for what I have issues with. And
Wait a second. Wasn't the back injury thing the whole Wendy's situation? Like, he had a consistent job a couple years ago, and I think he got hit by a car or something like that. I gotta look that up to make sure because there's a few people I gotta know the history on, but I'm pretty sure this was like the Wendy's story that created the bad back situation.
instead of finding out what's causing my emotional issues, you're going to say that I have a personality issue. And I'm just letting YouTubers know that I am talking to my YouTube channel, and I'm not just talking to no one. I'm talking to the 22 followers on my YouTube channel. And I don't want to be treated here anymore. I don't want to be treated here because they don't think I need diapers. They don't think I need help with my hygiene. They don't think I need help.
You don't have 22 followers on your YouTube channel. You have 1,070 subscribers on your YouTube channel, Andy. That's way more than 22.
With my speech therapy and stuff. They don't think I have problems. Well, then why am I doing this all the time? Why? And I can't stop. I can't help it. Why does my neurologist say I need this? Why does my urologist say I need this? Why is my endocrinologist saying I need this? Do you see my point here? I don't want to give in to these clowns. I want help. Most of my conversations are monologues. And this doctor is trying to say that I have a mental illness because I had an anxiety attack and went eloping from safety. That is discrimination, and I'm being bullied, and I'm glad I made another complaint against this facility. As I was taking the things out of my garbage can after coming.
Wow, I haven't seen the green headphones in a while. He uses these to not let noise into his ears, of course. You know, the whole sensory and social thing happening. There's more sensory than social.
Down from what everybody has been saying to me, right? I have found something, and you guys are going to see this.
Well,
They have bleach wipes
yeah.
left in the garbage bag, and they should not be doing this to patients when they have cognitive issues and disabilities, leaving something like that. And take a look at the garbage can.
I mean,
And
it
by
does.
the way, because they're failing to recognize that I have autism, and I'm not wearing a diaper, and I'm not trying to prove
Oh,
any point,
crap. There's
anybody
needles
wrong.
there?
CONUS
So look inside this nasty
SPCMCD
garbage
number
can. This just shows a health hazard.
1183.
And let's take a look at the bathroom here real quick. I'm going to make another health hazard because I ain't wearing diapers. And because I'm in diapers, because of my autism, I cannot feel the urge. That's why I have a sensory processing issue confirmed by standardized testing. Yeah, they never cleaned the bathroom. And it's relatively clean compared to the pictures that were posted on the line. So I tried having a normalized two-way conversation with the medical staff, trying to work this stuff out, and they're refusing me that help.
All right, okay, we're gonna get into part 202 here. He needs a hobby. He does have one. He knows how to box the shit out of somebody. That's what he knows how to do, and he knows how to do it well. You ever seen him fight? You ever seen him slap the shit out of somebody before? Because if you haven't, I don't know what to tell you, but he got hands, okay?
I have the sheriffs here. Hey, I'm the victim here. And I have a witness, and I have the conversation on YouTube. Can I have that nurse's name? And I would like to be seen. I would like to be transferred to a hospital to be looked at for my back. And I want to go to
I wish I could have these in full. I've been looking all over. He is saying that if you have those bleach like Clorox like wipes, and he does have a point. I will agree with him because I like to be honest here and try and take a neutral stance towards things as much as possible. But he is right that if you use the wipes, which they do dry out rather quickly, like once they're opened and they're spread out and they've been used. But the ones that I've seen nurses do this a lot of times, and of course, you take a bunch of these wipes, you may use half, you may use most of them, but then there's maybe a couple that you don't use, so you still just put them in the garbage to clean your work area. But then again, if with a person like Andrew Ditch that has cognitive problems, there is that issue that he could go in the garbage bin, take out these wipes, and digest them. Like he could literally imbibe the liquid from that, which is a huge problem. I know a lawsuit waiting to happen based on people not understanding that he does have the ability to go into the garbage and do this sort of stuff. So he does have a point there. This back and forth, very typical Andrew Ditch, where he wants the diapers and then he turns around, then he doesn't want the diapers. Then if the diapers aren't there anymore because he said he doesn't want the diapers, then he wants them again, but he doesn't want you to put them on. But then again, the next 2 or 3 days or next week, he does want you to put the diapers on him. There's like so much to Andrew Ditch in this. Like I said, I've been trying to find the live streams of this stuff in full to really figure out what the hell's going on. But at least I have this.
I would like to please make a complaint about the nurse and how she's intimidating and how she has a history of doing this earlier when I used my ACM to practice as when I'm going to speak. Asking for something, I was not allowed to speak. Well, you're not joking. Because they were not that I have autism based on all my other mental assessments. And they are mistreating me because of it. Because earlier, and I also found out after making a complaint with the justice center that this is unconfined facility this way. So I would like to please get transferred to a hospital to get looked at for my back. And I do not want to come back here.
Okay, well, that's not up to me if you come back here or not.
I do not feel safe here. I want to be seen for my back. They're denying me my Tylenol. It's because they want to have because the reason why I'm here is my medication. I'm sorry, I was medication for my neurologist for that. And I was for medication for my friends, which is an hospital condition, fake. But these people think I don't have it.
I don't have much control over that.
No, you don't. You don't. But I have a discrimination case and I have a lot of issues going on here.
Okay.
But I like to please go to any other hospital. What hospitals are close by?
What hospitals are?
That are not Kaleida related.
I don't know what is and isn't Kaleida. The closest hospital is Lockport.
Okay.
But I don't really. If the staff doesn't say that you need medical treatment,
I have a right to be seen because I hurt my back because of that. I'm here for my back injury, and I feel my back is in a lot of pain, and I like to go. I'm not staying here.
Okay, why are you here? Are you here?
I'm here for my back.
Okay, did you have an injury before?
Yes, I have a back injury, which is why I'm here.
Okay, so your back injury is bothering you right now?
Because I was pushed. I actually felt the push on my chest. I literally fell into my
Oh.
garbage can, which was right behind me.
Seriously, Andrew.
And I would like to be going to the hospital for my back, please. It was caught on recording. Mary is the receptionist's name at
This isn't a psych ward. This is just a normal hospital wing. I'd have to figure out like where he was actually, but he seems to do this thing where he'll tour hospitals like hotels. Like you, one day he'll be in this hospital in this city, the next day he's at another hospital. He really doesn't like ECMC. If you don't know what ECMC is, I think it's Erie County Medical Center. Let me make sure that I got that right. But he's been to ECMC quite a few times and he really doesn't like it there.
the endocrinologist, which is at UBMD. I have it on tape. I record phone calls.
Is he trying to get pain meds? No, he's not pain meds seeking. Not that I know of. What he is trying to gain is an autism diagnosis, which his primary care doctor refuses to give him, as well as the fight that he doesn't have any urinary issues because there's no basis for his issues. They are saying it's because in his head he likes to piss in diapers and he's not liking that. That's why he's fighting with his GP, which is giving notes to the endocrinologist in charge of his care that he's just a diaper pisser. And that's it. He just does it because he wants to do it, not because he actually has an issue with his cub, which is his kidney, urethra, bladder system. He doesn't.
Okay.
He cannot just push an individual.
So the only thing I can really do, I mean, I could call you an ambulance, but they might evaluate you here.
I don't want to be evaluated here.
I'm just telling you.
I have a right to choose, and I'm making that choice, please. I'm going to a different hospital, or I will walk out of here.
You can't leave the facility.
I will, because I'm going to the hospital. I don't want to stay here, please.
Well, you know, if once you leave the hospital, they'll probably send you back here.
I'm not coming back here. I don't want to be here.
How did you end up here? What happened when they brought you here?
My back. I just told you that.
Okay.
My insurance called me today to say that it was approved for my back.
This rehab center?
Yes.
Okay. So is it possible your back is just bothering you from that injury, you think?
No, from the issues today, it's got worse. I'd like to be seen, please.
Okay.
Are you denying me my medical right?
I'm not denying you anything.
Then call an ambulance,
But I'm
please.
also not a nurse.
Then please allow me to be seen by a doctor, please.
This is a good question. So he must be in a general hospital. Why would they transfer him to another hospital for his back? They can treat his back in this hospital. No, the issue is if he doesn't get the treatment that he wants and his way in the ward at the hospital, then he wants to transfer out of said hospital to another hospital with the intent for him to get his way at that hospital. So that's what he's doing, which is a complete waste of resources because an ambulance, hospital care, doing this transfer is going to cost a lot of money. But he doesn't care that, you know, he's weighing down the system with people with real medical emergencies. He just feels, hey, the nurses are not giving into my bullshit at this hospital. Let's get an ambulance and let's go to another hospital where hopefully they will take all the bullshit I give them and I can have my way. This is exactly what he's trying to do.
An ambulance doesn't have a doctor.
But I have a right to go see a doctor. I'm not staying here because I don't want to be mistreated. I don't. And I'm sorry, but I'm not coming back here. I'm going to the hospital because of my back injury and I do not feel safe being here. So I can call my back doctor since you're denying me medical transport. Yeah, both of you guys are not fucking doctors either. Both of you guys are not doctors either. You're not a doctor either. I'm going to the hospital.
Andrew, we're trying to figure it out.
I don't feel safe here because they have mistreated me and they pushed me.
Isn't helping anything.
But I would like to please
I
go.
understand. standing there yelling is going to delay the process.
Okay, while you're figuring this out, I'm going to go put this on YouTube, the conversation where I was pushed. Sorry, I have physical evidence. Can I have your name? Hey, officer.
Oh boy.
Hey, officer, what's your name?
And officers gotta go through their daily workplace with people like Andrew Ditch. People like Andrew Ditch that likes to waste resources in a system cluttered and clamored and drained by resources already, but he wants to switch hospitals. Here we go. He wants an ambulance for no reason. Here we go. And he's gonna get one because we do end up in an ambulance. Yes, we do end up in an ambulance. So do you know how much those costs? And for him to be transferred somewhere, I gotta find out what happened at the end, since like I said, I only have these clips to go by.
Hey, officer, what's your name?
I'm trying to figure this out.
What? Jones, badge ID number, so I can update my Justice Center complaint. What is it? Can you please tell me again?
0173.
Okay, can you write that down for me, please?
Crazy buggy.
Well, I have it on recording, so thank you. Hang on. Up the push and almost being thawed. So I have the recording right here. I heard all that shit. This is all going on YouTube.
Trying to get a emotional response
And I'd like to please go to the hospital.
just so I act up because I
Because
didn't
I
get
have
my
that
way.
legal right,
Just so you know, I'm gonna go ahead and cancel your
and I do not want to be in this facility. I am recording you guys. They're denying me my right to be seen because I was assaulted by a staff member. And I have a witness. Her name is Mary.
Here that you're no longer, wishing to be seen because of my.
You're denying me medical care.
But the doctors here are not accepting it.
Yeah, you are. You're denying my diagnosis and disability. No, you are. You're saying I have mental illness and not.
This is Amanda.
Oh no, we're going to be going to the hospital. Is they're saying I not have developmental issues. You're refusing to accept that. That's why I'm incontinent. That's why I am incontinent, because of my autism. I have a back injury because I was pushed. This camera does not point in this room. I was right here. No way that camera could be seen over here. I was pushed and there's no camera so the YouTube knows I'm not just making this shit up.
Is he really trying to push for a nurse to get a charge? Andrew, this is just wrong, because you're trying to do your job. And not only do you have to handle the stress of your job to do it right, as people might actually die, you are swamped, you're overworked, you're tired, and then you got people like Andrew Ditch trying to put assault charges on you for no goddamn reason, because he felt a certain way that you're not giving in to what he wants, so therefore he's going to keep doing this. And I think he's pretty smart as well. I think this is one of the reasons why they want him out of the hospital, because if he's gonna make up this bogus bullshit, then the staff is gonna like, please just get him an ambulance and get him the hell out of here. We don't want to deal with this shit.
Camera's right there. I'm not hallucinating this. I don't have hallucinations. But by the way, this is bullshit. I didn't just make this up because I have a personality disorder. I have autism and developmental issues. I'd like to please go to the hospital.
She's on the phone with the doctor right now to get some orders to possibly send her to the hospital.
I don't have to have an order. I have a right to choose. I'm the person making the decision. And you're denying me that right.
I wonder if
I'm not staying here. And because it's the least restrictive request to go to the hospital, you're going to try to say that the doctor so I don't have to go? You're trying to say that I can't go and I'm not coming back here. I don't have to come back here. Oh, by the way, you want to know something? The person in here, his name was Dan. He was mistreated too. And I have that on recording because I record in here. I've been recording all along. And I witnessed how you guys mistreated him that caused him behavior issues.
Yikes,
And I'm
man.
aware that this place has a long history of mistreating people with developmental disabilities. And I have that on recording.
Yep, there you go.
I just got.
With his tablets and everything, he's extremely organized. I've said this before, but Andrew is organized to the T.
Pushed by your medical staff. Feel safe with you now.
That's right.
Can I show you?
Oh, she didn't. You hung up when Robin answered. She has a situation over here that she has to handle. When she'll be right over. You want her-
She just pushed me, if you
You want her
heard.
the keys?
Okay, well, I can't do much with an audio recording of that.
All right.
Of course, of course. Can I make a grievance? Because I heard what you're trying to. These people are trying to say. I have a mental illness, so you're denying me that right. There's no camera in my room to see that.
Well, they're trying to do what they can to get you to the hospital, okay?
I don't feel comfortable being here when I have them recording, and I made a Justice Center complaint.
That's fine.
Oh, really? Crazy Buggy Media? I was actually watching a documentary about Winnipeg and that hotel that a lot of people like to go to. It's about indigenous individuals. And I'm like, wow, man, the life that some people have to live, and it would be considered a migrant hotel. It's a hotel for people who, have nowhere else to go. I just watched it like about an hour ago. Very interesting.
But I'm at the Justice Center, so there's not much I can do about that.
I don't want to be in this hospital. I want to go get treated for my back.
I understand what you want. You've told me many times, okay? They are working right now.
And they're
getting an order from the doctor to send you out to get treatment, okay?
Where at?
I don't know. That's not up to me. That's going to be up to the doctor.
But I have the right to choose.
Sometimes you don't.
I don't? Okay.
Right.
It depends if he's being informed.
Why is it not up to me?
Maybe because he's being informed. Probably is why. Because I would think he would have the right to sign out against medical advice. Unless he's been informed, then they will keep him there, which seems like that might be the case.
Because they're saying you don't have capacity to make that decision for yourself.
Well, there's no.
Order, and I'm getting the paperwork ready now, and I'm gonna grab 945 papers and say when I'm sent to CASHAPP.
Awesome. They'll discharge me within 15 minutes. Awesome.
All right, why don't you take that and go hang out?
Awesome. Awesome job. I love that. I will be right on out. I'm not a threat to myself or others, so I'll be discharged within a few minutes. Awesome. Awesome. Don't have capacity, you can't. I'll be right out, and I don't have to stay there. I don't want to be treated in this facility anymore. Just because I have a communication challenge, they're denying me medical care. Hey, officer, can I have the nurse arrested, please? Why? Why not?
CONUS
What's your reason?
SPCMCD number 1185.
You said that or they said that? What evidence do you have that says that the nurse did not strike me? Yeah. Yeah, and you know that there's no camera here, and I have it on recording, and
You have an audio recording.
But
That's
where does the
nothing.
point?
He has an audio recording. The camera didn't pick it up, and there's witnesses that state the nurse didn't do it. Okay, it's a shut and closed case, and that cop is not gonna be in the favor of Andrew Ditch. Okay, this is just completely ridiculous. And now some people can see how hard it is to be a nurse and in healthcare because of situations like that. Could you imagine?
Oh, it looks like it's over here more. It would not be right here where she pushed me.
Okay.
And I have the phone call recording for evidence. So, So hang on, let me ask. So officer, I made it up? I'm delusional? Oh no. If I made it up, he said.
I'm done arguing with you. We're getting an ambulance here to take you to the
I would
hospital.
like to please file charges because I was pushed. Please?
Talia.
Why? Because I'm mentally ill and the mentally ill doesn't get that right?
I did not say that.
No, you are saying that. I have evidence that she did that. Can I have your lieutenant for a grievance?
You can call the sheriff's office and file a complaint if you'd like.
So there's a thing that there's like a program going on.
Okay, what's that number?
438-3393.
Yes, I'm in the ambulance, so YouTube knows. By the way, there's no sheriff behind me. On the 945 papers or 941, a sheriff has to be with the ambulance crew by New York State law. Am I right about that?
I'm not well versed in that section of the law.
I know it's in the mental legal hygiene law. We can look it up if you want to look it up together, or I can just recite it word for word. That's my gift for my autism, by the way, that I have. I can repeat things that I don't fully understand. What's your name?
My name's Chris.
Chris. My name Andy. On 945 or 941, it's technically like a arrest. There has to be a sheriff that has to be a part of this transfer. It's not only for your safety, but also mine, if you know what I mean. And no, I'm not threatening you guys or anyone. I feel that the reason why they put me on 945, Chris, is because they're trying to intimidate me. And I feel like they're intimidating me because of my developmental disabilities.
We're at Niagara Falls Memorial now.
So what is a
We're at Niagara Falls
945?
Memorial, not ECMC?
No, so they have the same services as ECMC. It just depends what county you're in.
Oh,
Because you're in Niagara County, you come here. If you were in Erie County, you go there. But that's
Oh.
the difference.
okay. I did not know.
Well, you
But
should know
yes.
that.
Thank you. So yeah, I feel like they're doing this to intimidate me because of
All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. There's more, but for some reason, I can't. I don't have it. I'm gonna try and look harder for it. Let's see what Joe has on his channel. Let me search Joe Andrew Ditch, and then see if Joe has anything new on his channel about the whole incident with Andrew that has happened lately, because Andrew has disappeared since these live streams, and I'm trying to figure out what has happened to him. If not, I guess what I'll do is Dragon Lord Frodo has been AFK, away from keyboard. I did notice that some of his videos have been removed by YouTube, of course, because of the language, the ideas, and such that has been displayed in his videos is not great at all. So I have a total. Maybe he did get a timeout. Maybe he didn't. He can still go on his community tab though, which he did 19 hours ago. But other than that, haven't heard anything from Andrew Ditch. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go into another person. Yes, let me do a double. We're gonna maybe not Lamar. Let's do Tony Chase. I want to see what Tony Chase has been going on lately. This is the individual that talks about satellites burning his teeth. He's been on the internet, I think, for about a decade and a half now, and he speaks on a whole plethora of things. So where do I start? I'm gonna start. Yes, let me start from here. I'm gonna start from here, from 12 hours ago. Walter, we got Tony Chase. Tony Chase here, new individual. Ask me some questions. I might not know much. Is this in the US? Yeah, these two individuals in the US. So Andrew Ditch is not that far away from Dragon Lord Frodo. They're both in the Buffalo area. One is in Erie County, which, yeah, and you're in Erie County if you are north of, no, you're south. You're in Erie County if you're south of the river, and that river is the, why am I not getting this right? I should know my geography, even if it is a completely different country. Okay, if you're south of, like, if you're Tonawanda and south of there, then you are 100% in Erie County. If you're north of Tonawanda, such as North Tonawanda, Niagara Falls, you are in Niagara County. So there is a difference, and that's how they differentiate their services. But pretty much, people, let's get into Tony Chase, a new individual. You might like this person, you might not. You might not. It really just depends on you, but let's get started.
Piano thing on my phone.
All right, so he feels that the government's corrupt, of course. I mean, a lot of people feel that. But he also believes satellites are burning his teeth, which people believe is just actual drug use. That he masquerades as powerful individuals sending satellite beams to burn his teeth and cause him pain. No, that's pain from your teeth being inflamed and damaged by substance abuse. I gotta figure out where Tony Chase is. Give me a second. I think I might know. Also, I must add with Tony Chase, he also believes the man, yes, the powerful people that use satellites to burn his teeth, they're also after his 41-inch penis and his royal inheritance. And of course, Tony claims to be the son of a powerful and wealthy bunch of celebrities from Hollywood that we've yet to verify this claim. I mean, this is actually very poetic. I like this. I like the beat. He's just hanging out, chilling. No satellites burning his teeth this time. Thank you, Crazy Buggy. Appreciate you. All right, let's see if he gets into something else. Is he really just gonna listen to music? Seriously, Tony? I guess he is. All right, I'm gonna switch to something else. Yeah, let me switch to something else. If you were trying to figure out which celebrities he said is he's the son of, he claims he's the son of Doris Duke and Howard R. Hughes. So if you know who those people are, then you do know. This even goes deeper. How do I put it? Tony has expressed delusions that the deaths of Doris Duke and Howard Hughes is a whole entire conspiracy. He has said in his videos actually that a character named Al Corby is implicated in their red rummin. He also claims or extends accusations that Corby has ties to the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the CIA, especially linking this Corby individual to the Nazi Party. Yes, it runs that deep, my friends. We can get into a lot more with Tony because Tony does put out a lot of stuff. Like I said, this runs super deep. Even the whole Sergeant Hill situation, the dentist, the hate club list, Frank Sinatra. All right, let's go. Let me go down a little bit. Oh, crap. I didn't even know he was doing this on a phone. All right, let me see what else. This is from 12 hours ago. I'm going to go into another video. Let's see what Tony Chase has to say. He does go on rants, but let me see. Crimes of men trying to. Do I really want to put that on? No, I don't want to put that on. Okay, let me put this on. Let me put this on. Here's one. Here's one. Let's go. I don't want to put the other one on. I don't want to be yellow this time.
Forget, in reference to the situation, there was radio announcing back in California, back around the time that Diane fell down outside my apartment. It's an indoor apartment, so it's like, she fell down outside the door, which, it's carpet. And she went down on her knees and leaned forward and fell. So it wasn't like super girl or super flying or anything like it. It was nothing like that at all. So she squatted down on her kneecaps and went down and pretended to fall or something. I guess she was trying to get away with the money that she was holding on to or something. I don't know how much she was holding on to, if she was holding on to anything. But she had contact with Frank Sinatra, and Frank Sinatra was involved in kidnapping me back in the 80s, possibly in the 70s or something, but when he tried to do things. But the point of Diane Armadillo tripping and falling, she didn't fall very hard. And they even said this.
Oh, wow. He actually talks about Armadillo in this. Okay, so if you're not aware, Tony Chase has this complex delusion that the famous and long deceased entertainer Frank Sinatra has somehow thwarted him for most of his life. Chase has asserted that Sinatra, along with other unidentified political figures, have waged a terror campaign against him, up to and including kidnapping him. He also believes that Sinatra is directly responsible for harassing him from a satellite, as well as other misdeeds against him. The armadillo individuals, such as Diane Armadillo, that Diane Armadillo is a former co-worker and romantic partner of Tony that he knew sometime in between 1997 and 2002. And he states that after being allegedly coerced by Frank Sinatra, allegedly faked a fall outside of his apartment and put makeup on her face to make it look like she had black eyes. She then allegedly went in league within other of his ex-girlfriends and accused him of abuse to extort millions from his estate and Duke Farms, as well as steal 200 miles of farmland his family owned in Canada. Thank you, Crazy Buggy. I really appreciate that. But let's listen to what he has to say about Armadillo and Frank Sinatra.
Somebody had painted her up at Mel's Drive-In, that they had put fake makeup on her face as if she had been beat up. And I even, when I was into my mother even possibly owned Sunset Plaza.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I wanted to mute. Let's listen to this again.
They had put fake makeup on her face as if she had been beat up. And I even, when I was into my mother even possibly owned Sunset Plaza. I'm not sure. Or my father might have owned Sunset Plaza. Somebody needs to look up that information. And my mother might have been a shareholder in Mel's Drive-In or something. I don't know. But you have to look up the information. But the point of it is she had contact with Frank Sinatra. Or Frank Sinatra. She was supposedly sleeping with Frank Sinatra Jr. too. I don't know. And she was possibly sleeping with Billy and Matt and Josh and Josh and Josh. There was like 3 or 4 different Josh guys that she was possibly sleeping with. And, Tony Boldy was the mayor of Hollywood. And he worked at Mel's Drive-In too. And he had contact with Diane Armadillo. I don't know. But then somebody had said that that Tony Boldy had possibly had ties with some Middle Easterners or the King of Brunei or something. And he was trying to steal my mother and father's mansions in Beverly Hills, or he was involved, or some Middle Eastern people was involved in stealing how many billions of it? Like, I don't know. They stole like $80 billion from my mother or something. But then the
those
total was
bastards.
120 something billion or something that they stole from my mother, Doris Duke. My mother was one of the richest women in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But look up the information and the exact amount that they stole, because I'm not sure. But they said that the King of Brunei or something tried to move into one of my mother's royal hermaphrodite mansions.
What?
And nobody's allowed to move in those properties. Only me. I lived at all the properties of my mother and father. And they're not for sale. They won't ever be for sale, not never. And check to see if my father owned the utility companies in California.
Why would it be a royal hermaphrodite mansion?
Or if my mother owned any utility companies or phone companies.
No, he's in complete delusions of grandeur, Ash. This is completely unfounded.
In California, to see if anybody was conspiring against me. But the point of information in reference to whether Diane Armadillo was holding on to money or not, but there was story.
Listen, why are you late to the party, Dragon Lord Frodo? Why are you being mentioning this? Because we're going to mention you as much as we want. Puta. All right? So shut your ass up and let's listen to some Tony Chase.
In Hollywood. Like there was even a story of there were several females falling down at people's parties. It was on the news. I even heard it on the radio too when I was sitting in my car or driving somewhere, and they had said that that there was numerous, like several incidences of females falling down at guy parties or mixed parties at people's private residences. I don't know if there was Middle Eastern girls falling down. It seemed like a ring of criminals, like what do you call it? Some ringleader or whatever was setting up girls to fall down for insurance cases at people's properties that had gatherings or parties.
Yeah.
Look up
like
that
they did to you.
Around the time.
Yeah, like the armadillo person.
But also in reference to Diane Armadillo and the fact that they had put makeup on her face to make her look abused and battered.
Yeah, what would they do?
She didn't get abused or battered by me. We didn't have no physical hitting contest. The only incident that we ever had was when Diane Armadillo fell down outside the apartment door inside a multi-level apartment building. It was carpeted,
Mm-hmm.
you know. She didn't fall downstairs. It's just a straight floor, you know. But it's got carpet and padding on it or whatever.
It's the satellite controllers and Frank Sinatra have been behind it all, Tony.
So, but in reference to the information about this man trying to murder me as their way of trying to frame me for Diane Armadillo's activities, they had used her to try to cover up that they murdered the richest woman in the world, or the richest woman in America, which is my mother, Doris Duke, and my father, Walt Disney Sr. I'm not sure if there's any fake people impersonating people at Walt Disney World. You'd have to send the news network over there and ask who all these front men are, if they're front men. I don't know if Michael Eisner knows who any of these people are, or anybody at Walt Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
Did they deny my identity? Did they deny the royal protocol in the media?
I was about to say, let's not talk about the royal protocol yet, Tony, but you already talked about it, so I got to talk about it. So the royal protocol appears to be a set of documents or rules related to Tony Chase's personal identity, his heritage, and the recognition of his family status and possessions. So it is frequently mentioned in his videos, just like right now, as a crucial piece of evidence supporting his claims to property, immunity, and legitimacy, because he is, of course, Walt Disney's son, after all.
Media. Now, we know that they've made some alterations to stories about Walt Disney Sr.'s life. where they made up falsifications of children when I'm the only child of my mother and father. But somebody has tried to make numerous or additional videos where they had changed wording or they used some type of Photoshop. Or you ever seen on the internet where they can make a picture sing, where they can change the lips or the movements of a person's mouth with computers, and they try to make other things, you know, verbalizations or something, fake audios, you know. But I was watching something on YouTube, and somebody communicated like, oh, look, they said Walt Disney had other children or something. No, Walt Disney Sr. only had one child. Doris Duke only had one child. So look up the information. But in reference to even Jack Nicholson had like a situation at his house where a girl had fell or something. She fell down or something at her party, and she tried to file insurance claims against Jack, or people tried to file insurance claims against all these people. And it was like a random. There was like probably more than 20 or 30 people that tried to file slip and fall court cases in California at people's residences or something. Yeah. But anyways, look up the statistics in California and anywhere else to see if it was some ring, organized crime or insurance scam, people trying to make up scams to steal people's property. Or
yeah, I think Sergeant Hill actually might be behind this time. Now, if you don't know who Sergeant Hill is, well, Sergeant Hill was a police officer that pulled Tony over and gave him a minor infraction sometime in 2022. Since then, Tony has blamed Sergeant Hill for kidnapping him and violating the royal protocol. He has also called him a satellite controller, CIA Nazi, and threatened to enact the UN Protocol 1971 and the laws of Elliot Ness to have him eliminated. Well, not the eliminated words, more like EXECUTED, but I'll just use eliminated. Sergeant Hills also apparently reached out to him to meet him at a Taco Bell to red rum him at some point in time, but we are still gathering more information about said Sergeant Hill.
People's identities or estates or land or whatever.
Take care, Crazy Buggy. Have a good one.
You know. Hello, Beverly Hills Police Department. Do you know what happened to my vehicle? Somebody stole a part off of it or something? Or, you know, you see the video? And some people say I was supposed to be on disability from the Beverly Hills Police Department in reference to the facial damage or whatever, because my father owned the Beverly Hills Police Department, didn't he? And I've never received any money from them at all. If they ever sent any disability money from the Beverly Hills Police Department. I'm not a field agent or anything. And, you know, my parents own some police stations in certain cities, in certain neighborhoods, that these government Nazis and Middle Eastern Nazis and I guess the dirty Chinese man was trying to steal police stations that was owned by my parents, which I'm the owner of everything of my parents and grandparents. So you have to know that there needs to be more court cases against people.
All right. Okay, we're gonna take a look at what else Tony Chase has to say, because there is so much to this story that I just haven't told you, and I've already told you guys a lot, right? So let's get into. Oh boy, do I even want to get into that? Yes, let's do this. The attempts at the red rumming. Let's talk about the attempts at the red rumming and the tax credit.
This is very important in reference to government
credits. His parents were supposed to get, and it seems the government and this CIA-based Nazi organization has taken away from him. Let's go.
Government covering up their abuses and their physical assault, and all the times their government agents tried to rape me or tried to mutilate, and the government covered it up every single second of every single day. It's more lawsuits, when they try to cover it up, the lawsuits can go up a trillion times more or something. Don't forget, my DNA is one of a kind in the whole world. There's other people that have rare genetics too. These government people and their tricks and their abuses is a crime. And I had to buy a medical boot on Amazon for my leg, for my right hand side foot and ankle and leg.
Why?
It's gonna be here in a couple days or something. But the satellite man, his government people claiming they thought that they didn't owe me money. I was trained in satellite technology, and British intelligence knows that.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't received any compensation from British intelligence or Russian intelligence or any of the treasury departments that my parents had monies in. Because, my parents had monies in certain treasuries around the world. It was
Yeah.
all insured. And there was
100%.
insurance on me just in case somebody ever tried to hurt me or tried to steal from me or tried to murder me or if somebody tried to murder my parents. Even back then there was insurance that my parents had on those accounts and insurance that my parents had on themselves, that the government is violating the laws of protection and the government is trying to steal the insurance monies and policies of my parents, which I'm the only person named on those policies. Don't forget, I'm an only child of my biological parents.
He kind of does look like Anthony Bourdain. May Anthony Bourdain rest in peace. So you're saying he's a wish version of Anthony Bourdain? Well, you're a wish version of Andrew Ditch, Dragon Lord Frodo.
And these government satellite controllers and obviously local courts don't seem to think that they'd pay me anything either, huh? Are the court judges accusing me of something? Because they need to have the news networks, or maybe they need to open up a new TV station just for me. Maybe they need to hire new reporters just for me, so they can go around asking questions at the courts and do press conferences in reference to the government trying to steal my identity and the government covering up the abuses. That satellite man's got to get charged for all his dirty fetishes of abusing me.
Yeah.
Maybe the man's got a foot fetish or whatever his problem
I think that satellite guy has like a teeth burning fetish, Tony.
is, but they're causing damage to my ankle and foot right now.
So they're burning your ankle and feet now? I thought they stop at the teeth. Leave this man alone.
I even got the pink ankle tape on. Ran out of the blue ankle tape because they kept burning my ankle and I had to keep putting that on and ran out of that one. These government men are costing me money with their satellites every day. They're terrorizing my life when I've had to buy things. Plus the inconvenience, the abuses. Look up the laws in reference to documents of government agents trying to harass billionaire, trillionaire families. Look at the lawsuit procedures. There is procedures in reference to prosecuting the government for harassing me. They messed my mouth. For harassing me in any way, disrupting my life in any way, blocking my path in any way.
He does
meaning
have
they're
that deep voice, doesn't
government
he?
people trying to set up roadblocks or ways of abusing me or harassing me or trying to play their boiling point game. You ever seen that on MTV?
Wait a second. Did you seriously just say that this man looks like Duff McKagan? Or is it McKagan? I don't know. Well, if you don't know who that is, he's the bassist of hard rock band Guns N' Roses for the past 12 years. Are you literally saying that Michael Andrew Duff, Tony Chase looks like... Well, actually, you're kind of right. He does kind of look like him. Maybe if his hair was less, white, like silvery, grayish white, and more blonde, then I could totally see it. But yeah, you might be right.
The Boiling Point TV show that Ashton Kutcher was in, that wasn't he? Well, these terrorist satellite men have been trying to do this shit to me everywhere and every day for over 30 years since they kidnapped me from my mother and father's mansions. It's more lawsuits every day. They're still burning my ankle and foot right now. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 5:55 p.m.
Alexa, what's the date?
It's Wednesday, June 5th.
And, you know, these people in the satellite control rooms would claim that they were ordered to do these things based on the person that they're underneath. Well, my parents outranked whoever's above you. And you're violating medical protection laws. And where's the medical lawsuits from members of the government blocking me from my benefits, from my injured shoulder or anything else they've done? See, when the government or a politician, man, tries to coerce a physician to deny the injury, that's a lawsuit. My shoulder still hurts from that happened over a year and a half. In September 20th, it'll be 2 years. Do you understand that when that politician man told that doctor or whoever he was, he told him, I guess, to cover up the injury or something, that he had plotted to try to murder me and he had tried to get other people to try to hurt me, to try to cause me injuries. The medical board needs to order that physician into court and see if he was ever told by any politician or government or law enforcement to cover up any injuries that I have had from their government agents. They need to order them into court, and he's not allowed to touch me ever. He's not allowed to be my physician ever again either. Covering up injuries and allowing them to abuse me and denying me my benefits and back pay of benefits and lawsuit monies. Yeah, they were even shocking me and jolting me when I was at physical therapy. The satellite controllers and government people was.
All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get into one more. Tony Chase followed this up about his parents. We got to figure this out. Maybe we'll hear about the royal protocol again. I think so. Let's go.
Reference to history of information and the fact that my parents had tax credits for me, or the IRS was supposed to have tax credits for me, possibly in the billions of dollars, or, you know, plus lawsuits in reference to the government trying to murder me, or maybe even $1 trillion. I'm not sure. But in reference to family history and the government trying to murder me when I was little. And then people are trying to criticize me. The satellite man's terrorizing me when somebody's tried to send me a new car or a gift, and it was paid for with, you know, some of my tax credits or something. Then the government man stole the vehicle or tries to steal the vehicle. They need to get arrested, whoever they are. But look up the information. Somebody's supposed to say, the IRS is supposed to make an announcement somewhere or on a website that I have, you know, tax credits. And don't forget, my parents was trillionaires, multi-trillionaires plus. Family history, royal history of law and facts, and business tycoon statuses and interest on accounts. But, you know, in reference to, like, somebody say, oh, if somebody tried to deliver a car to your location, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, this, you never know. It might have been something that was paid for with tax credits of mine. You don't seem to understand, do you? Which means it would have been like coming out of my pocket, of my tax credits. Plus, I have lawsuits against the government.
Is that bad now?
That are in the trillions of dollars. Don't forget, I'm rare genetics. A real.
He does have rare. Who's this guy? Long story, Tony. My bad. Long story, Edna. This is Tony Chase, an individual that says he was fathered by Walt Disney. Yes, the Walt Disney, as well as that he's royalty. His parents have trillions and trillions of dollars. His parents have deals with many law enforcement agencies and police stations, and that his adversaries, his ops, use satellites to not only burn his teeth to thwart him, but now they are burning his ankles.
A royal hermaphrodite. And don't forget, my parents was two of the people that built a lot of properties and businesses in America too, which I'm the owner of those. Like, say, for instance, one of my mother or father's companies bought me a brand new car or something, or and then they tried to deliver it, and then one of your government agents tried to steal it. That means you stole money out of my pocket. You can face the death penalty or life in prison.
DLF, how about we make up a plan? Since you like to make these animal emojis to insult me, you're calling me a primate, or you calling me a monkey, DLF? How about we meet up next year, bright and early, for Pride Parade Buffalo 2025? How about that? You man enough? You stay on business, Dragon Lord Frodo? Yeah, you man enough or what?
Look at the information of back in the 80s. They tried to starve me to death. They tried to make my life so destitute back in the 80s, too, when they held me hostage in Indiana. Look at all the other times they've tried to shortchange me on monies. Look at all the times that they blocked me from monies. And I had to struggle. And then they did this shit to try to lure me into jobs where one of their government agents would try to murder me on a job. And they try to steal the insurance money, or they would try to injure me, or they would try to rape me on a job or a location, or they'd make up lies to try to put their hands on me. And then they try to steal hermaphrodite sperm or hermaphrodite eggs because I'm 100% hermaphrodite.
Oh, that's where it's from. He's 100% hermaphrodite. I didn't know that. So Dragon Lord Frodo is like, I have to wait a whole year to kick your ass. I guess you would have to, DLF. I mean, isn't it worth it since you're gonna kick my ass at Buffalo Pride 2025?
So in reference to the government stealing, what if they sent a Rolls Royce and the government man stole it, but then it was paid for with my tax credits? Why haven't they arrested any of these people that stole anything that people have sent to me? Or what if one of my friends bought me a car, but then they could have to write it off? Probably they'd have to write it off. And then some government man was trying to make up shit, thinking that he thought I was a no good for nothing. That's why that Royal Protocol is in the media, because you're not allowed to downgrade who I am or where I came from. You're not allowed to put your story and your image or your beliefs of where I come from by trying to call me a poor person. You're going to get charged every day for this destitution,
Facts, no
abuse, and financial abuse of your people blocking me from accounts. And that's in the millions and billions of dollars plus. So, in reference to these government people stealing royal vehicles or royal ambassador vehicles that people have tried to send to me, if they've tried to do that, they never showed up with the vehicles. But if, say, for instance, if a company sent me a vehicle and it was paid for with my tax credits, that's mine. That means it's mine, not yours. And they said that there was some government man that fabricated a lawsuit claiming that he thought when they held me hostage back in the 80s that he would make up some lie. And then he thought he'd be able to steal everything that came in through the postal mail, or anytime somebody sent me something, this man tried to claim he thought I owed him.
Oh, no, you didn't, DLF.
I don't owe you nothing. If the courts know who that man is, that man has
DLF, you haven't beaten up anybody. You say you're going to kick my ass, and you're going to have to wait a whole year. Whose ass have you kicked? Name one person's ass you've kicked or made like a real threat towards. The only person I can think of is your mom, and that makes you a little bitch. You trying to have your mom scared of you, you little bitch? I remember the Christmas incident with the what was it? The remote controller, some sort of like game, and the washing machine. And now you're threatening your mom again. Your dad's scared of you? Okay, tough guy. Why don't you go to your dad's house and record it and see how that works out for you? You think your dad slapped the spit out of your mouth, it'll land on the ground and he'll put it right back in your mouth. Okay? Ain't nobody scared of you. Talking about your dad scared of you. How is he scared of you? Your uncle's not scared of you, both of them. Rich uncle and bodega uncle. Your dad's not scared of you.
To be arrested. I've never been friends with that man. I don't socialize with that man, whoever that man is. And even if he stole from me,
Wait a second. Are you telling me that your dad's scared of you because you put him in the hospital once? How'd you put him in the hospital? Because after did his stomach muscles cramp? Is that why they had to bring the ambulance? Because his stomach muscles cramped? Laughing at yo little dick ass. Is that why?
couldn't socialize with him anyways. Be against the law because it would be
Oh,
endangerment
tough guy.
of him being an endangerment to me and my family wealth and reputation and family history. And that man would need to go to court for his crimes.
All right. All right. We're gonna do some more Tony Chase. Okay, so you messed up your dad's hand and you're proud of it. Was your dad able to work? You broke his okay, tough guy. All right, why don't you tell me about it then, tough guy? Since you want to be tough with these ladies around here, why don't you come up and panel? Tell me how you broke your dad's index finger, tough guy. I'm waiting, tough guy. All right. Other than that, we'll wait for Dragon Lord Frodo here to tell us his story, his account. Yeah, stop abusing the elderly. Leave your dad alone. Watch out for my fingers. Yeah, I'll be careful, fish. I'll be very careful. All right, so we're gonna wait for DLF here. He's gonna tell us the story or not. Other than that, people, we might head out of here if he doesn't come up. And I'll be back. I guess we'll add Tony Chase to the repertoire. We got Tony Chase, we got Andrew Ditch, we got DLF. We got like a whole bunch of people. Even Daniel Larson, I'm kind of keeping an eye on and whatever. Lil Mar, what is Lil Mar been up to? Let me check. Lil Mar does have a channel here. Let me see. Lil Mar. I wonder what he's been. Okay, I found the channel again. His latest video on Lillamar was 4 weeks ago. He stayed at the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. Gotcha. Wow, he talked about 2 months ago buying his own home in San Antonio. I'm not really sure if that's true, but I mean, we'll see. All right, people. Don't trust him. Yeah, it seems like he's not gonna come up. It's all good. People, smash that like button. I guess I'll see you guys around. I will be. I guess you know what? I'll leave that as a surprise. I'll probably just send a link out once I get the link. Oh, we got. You better keep your hands off that keyboard, Jimmy Boots. You better not, Jimmy Boots. All right. So what happened with your dad?
See, it's not on.
All right, it's not on.
That's
So what
just-
happened with your dad?
What's going on?
Yeah. So how did you
Well, I want
attack
to show
your
you
dad?
something real quick. Oh, what's going on?
No.
What was that? What was that?
I changed it because you're not gonna spam us.
I'm not spamming anything.
All right.
Okay, what were you asking me now?
About the time you beat up your dad. Why don't you tell us about it?
So there was this one time. This was back maybe 2003.
Yeah.
What happened was, this was back when, the Lord of the Rings. Remember when they used to have the Lord of the Rings box set and it came with it was like the extended version and it came in that big fucking box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up buying one off eBay at one point. Okay. And back then when you're on eBay and you buy something, you have to you have
I
to
caught that, DLF.
you have to pay with a with money order. Okay. So what I did was I bought the thing and I went down to Wilson Farms, which is now
DLF, get your nasty hands off the keyboard. I saw what
I'll
you did
give up.
a few seconds ago.
Here, you want to see the keyboard? The keyboard's over here. There, now you
Your mouse is on your right hand side, and you just touched it a minute ago, and you
so
put.
what? So what? I'm checking something.
No, yeah, you check something on my screen.
I can't check my own. I can't check my own email, dude. The fuck?
We caught
What's
you.
wrong
I
with-
saw it.
What's wrong with you, nigger boy?
Listen, bitch. You think I'm stupid? Oh, you did it again. Oh no! Listen, DLF, stop it. DLF,
What?
why did you do that?
Listen, DLF, stop it.
Why did you put somebody's don't you think that's weird that you have other people's pictures on your computer like that? Isn't that weird?
Not really.
Oh boy. Okay. Take care, Nolabu. Have a good one.
Not
So,
really.
you're
Can you
gonna
still
finish-
hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Okay. So the thing with my dad beating up my dad was because he ended up, what happened was I was trying to buy this thing off eBay. So I kept the thing, I kept the screen on, right? I kept the screen on the what do you call it? I kept the screen on so where I had like the address I had to send it to. So I went down to Wilson Farms, which is like a 7-Eleven, and ended up buying the money order. Okay, so I bought the money order. Okay, you still on?
Yeah, we can hear you. Everyone can hear you.
Why does it show?
He's another little pervert just like you. So instead of
Who is?
we watching some guy's stubby dick, we're just gonna look at Little Mar.
No, well, you're just gonna look at.
Why are you trying to flash me again and then report it? Look, you even have the keyboard. It probably has reported it. Listen,
Well,
how
you
many
care
strikes
how
do you have? How many strikes do you have? You have a couple of strikes
I
now.
don't have any.
Yeah, you do.
So
Your videos got removed.
Anyway, I'm trying to tell my fucking story, asshole.
Oh yeah?
So what happened was, I kept the shit up on the screen for the address. Okay, I went to Wilson Farms, which is like a 7-Eleven, got my money order, came back. My mom's on the computer, and I'm like, I needed the computer because I needed the address. And not only was she on the computer, but she was on my email, looking through my emails. And I said, what the hell is going on? You shouldn't have kept yourself online. I said, listen, I go behind her and I try to push the fucking computer button to turn it off. Because I don't want to read my shit. And I think I ended up just like yanking the power out. My dad comes up behind me with like a wooden spoon or something. Hits me in the head with it. I turn around. I punched him right in the face, and he went flying. He went flying into the wall. I went over to him, and I kept punched him in the fucking head. And then I pushed him against the wall. And then he tried to punch me, and he missed and hit his hand on the fucking wall like a retard.
And that's how he broke his finger?
Yeah, and then the police came. Get this, the police came. They tried to take me to CPAP, okay? and my dad went to the hospital as well to get his finger looked at. And I'm in there in CPAP, and they're saying, my dad's over there in CPAP with me. He's like, Mike, I am going to make up shit to have you committed into the hospital. I said, go ahead. So after all that, they called me in, and I was really calm when they did that. I told them straight out, yeah, my dad was trying to hit me, so I turned around and I punched his lights out. I said, that is my right to do. So they ended up releasing me that day, and my dad had to go home with, I forget what it was, like a fucking a splint on his finger. Served him right though, because he shouldn't have been hitting me. Now should he have?
What did you have? Oh, you're trying to do it again. I see what you're trying to do. What did you have in the computer you're trying to conceal?
Whoa, hold on. Oh, there's too much shit going on. What were you asking me now?
What did you have in the computer you wanted your mom not to see?
Oh, no, there was nothing. She was reading my emails.
Yeah, but you had probably weird shit in your emails, didn't you?
What?
You had weird stuff in your emails.
No, it was emails I was writing back and forth between me and Eugene when Eugene was still alive. By the way, Monty, I can flash you without even using my hands, right?
Yeah, how would you do that?
I got ways. I got feet.
You got feet?
Hey, I could do it with a foot pedal.
You're really coming up with ways to try and get rid of my channel.
Yeah, 'cause I hate you.
Why do you hate me?
Because you're a fucking nigger. That's why.
Oh yeah, why don't you say that to my face?
I will. Come down. There is no. How am I supposed to say it to your face? Why don't you put your face on to that cartoon thing? Then I'll say it to your face.
Oh yeah, how about you say to me, man to man in Buffalo?
You didn't even bother coming to Pride. We didn't even bother yet. Well, we don't like spit women either.
You say that,
Go eat a fucking taco, bitch. Go eat a fucking taco.
Yeah, why are you banned in Canada, DLF? Did they turn you around when you try to enter?
You know why I'm banned? Because I got the fucking mermaid charge on me,
Oh, don't try it, DLF.
I'm not even allowed. Look at this. I'm not even allowed to read my own emails anymore. This is fucking ridiculous.
Keep your hands away from the mouse.
I'll keep my hands wherever the fuck I want. How's that sound?
Did you ever find out who knocked you out at your doctor's office?
What?
Whoever knocked you out at your doctor's office, did you ever find out who it was who punched you in the face?
It was probably some guy on drugs.
You sure it was a guy on drugs, or maybe he said something and he punched you out?
No. It was a guy that was probably on drugs.
The sucker punch. Yeah. We have the picture of you and your face. What it looked like.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah. All right. I need you to apologize to Nolabu and Edna.
All right. Nolabu and Edna.
Apologize.
Yeah, show me on the screen because I want them to see my face while I.
All right.
All right. Nolabu and Edna. Suck my.
Hey, shut up, bitch. Shut your ass up.
Suck my fucking.
Shut your ass up. Shut your fat ass.
Hey,
shut up.
Once
I get a hold of you, you're gonna see what happens to your ass. You want to talk shit? Oh no! He got me again. That's dirty. You listen. You think you can play around now, little? Oh no, you didn't. You think you can play around now? Watch when I get a hold of you. Watch what happens. All right, watch what happens when I get a hold of you. You better prepare. You better be like this is gonna be this shit's gonna be like what's that Rocky movie? It's gonna be like a Rocky movie. You better watch out.
Right, my
in a
hand's
year's
not even
time-
on the mouse, dude.
Why don't you put your hands on your dick? That's harder to find. Oh, I saw it. Why you having little lady boys on there? You're nasty. No! I gotta go, people. Listen, I'm out of here. Take care of yourselves. I gotta delete this. Bye-bye.